All right, welcome back. We are episode 6.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
This is part 2 to our Newlyweds because we just kept going and we had like a lot of notes and a lot of stuff that just came out, which is good. That's what we want.
Did you want to do our intro?
Yes. Yeah. Anywho, I'm just kind of giving a free intro to an intro. Jeez, guys. Anywho. It's real life. We said if we're gonna do this, we got to be real. This is real. This is who we are. This is how we interact. This is how we love. So anyway, welcome back, guys. If you're new here, thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting. Hopefully, you haven't tuned out within the first minute. But I'm Brian. This is my beautiful wife, Tasha. Oh, I said it for you.
Thank you. I'm Tasha.
Sorry, I hate when people do this. Like, let her say it.
I know. I have a voice.
Should we do take 2? Should we?
Yeah, let's do it again.
We could probably keep it in just for fun.
Okay.
All right, guys. I am Brian. This is my beautiful wife.
I'm Tasha.
And we are the Polancos. All right, so diving right in, the good stuff. Let's get into the nitty gritty for newlyweds. We're talking about newlyweds. We're talking about what are some things that'll better set you up for success for this new season that you're in of being a newly married couple, because we believe
is tough.
It's tough. Yeah,
I feel like the first few years were the hardest for us.
It's probably because the first 2 years are the most formative or adjusting as far as like, oh shoot, I'm a husband now. Like, it's not just like, yeah, sure, we'll go do that. Like, wait, I have to talk to my wife. Like, my wife has to talk to me.
I can't just go do what I want.
Right.
I just can't go away for the weekend to see my parents, or I can't just go do this with my friends. I have to confide in you and consult with you and make sure that works for you and for me and for...
And it's something that we want to do. That's a win for us.
Right.
Like, because we're believers that marriage is not just a piece of paper. It's a covenant. It's an agreement that, hey, we're in this together for better, for worse, until death do us part.
Right.
And good, bad, and ugly. Like, that's why you don't marry for looks, because looks come and go.
Do not marry for looks.
No,
You'll
that's the
regret
biggest.
It.
Like, sure, she's hot now, guys, but 20 years?
I'll still be hot.
But my wife has gotten more scrumptious with time, I feel like. She's like, I don't drink, but like a fine wine, they say wine, right?
I'll take it.
Age with wine.
I'll take it. I don't drink either, but I'll take it.
And no judging if you do, but like, I tell her actually, I'm more attracted to you now than when I met you. Or like, I think you're hotter now than when we first started dating.
What?
Keep it PG. It's a family show.
I think you're so handsome.
Gracias. So yeah, it's there is a change. We talked about last name changes, and we have to talk about family
but
dynamics.
It's like your mentality changes and your way of living changes.
Maybe you can share on that, because I know it was a bigger adjustment for you. Like,
it was. I think especially family dynamics, I had a really, really hard time figuring out how does this work? Like, I was very close to my family and I wanted to, my family's having a function, we got to go, we got to be there. But I wasn't necessarily like considering, well, what's best for us?
Yeah.
We didn't have kids yet at the time when we were newlyweds, but like I would constantly just be like, we have to drop everything because my mom's doing this thing and we just have to be there. Like, I would put pressure on us and ourselves, like, oh, my sister, like, oh, my best friend, oh, like, we have to go, we have to be there. Like, we have to drop everything that we already had planned. Like, we have to make it priority.
Can we talk about holidays real quick?
Oh, man.
Why don't we talk about what was the holidays like for you before we got married? Like, even when we started dating, like, what did the holidays look like for you? And can you give some context as far as like
I come from a divorced family,
so that's what
so 2 separate families, and it's a blessing to have family that loves you and wants you there and being a part of everything. But first of all, my husband did a bait and switch, because when I met him, he was like, "Oh, don't worry, my family, we don't do holidays to get like it's
we
not,
didn't.
Like, oh, that's not even a factor." So I'm thinking, score. We're gonna be with my family all the time for holidays. That's not gonna be an issue. And then his family, which is great, started saying like, "Oh, we actually want to get together for the holidays and like let's."
So what happened was. So I'm the youngest of 3 boys, and the middle brother, he had his first child. They had their daughter.
Yes.
She was born in 2010, and then it was actually his wife who started to initiate. I feel like I remember the shift perfectly,
which was great.
We started dating in 2009, 2010 we got engaged, but So that holiday season, with my niece being born, or our niece being born, they were trying to, like, I remember we did a Thanksgiving dinner, like, or a gathering. I don't think it was on Thanksgiving Day.
I think it was just around.
But it was like, oh, we're going to get together and celebrate
And I was
Thanksgiving.
like, oh, that's cool.
And that kind of started it. And we've ever since, we're pretty flexible. We're not like, no, we have to be together on the day, like on Thanksgiving Day, on Christmas Day. We're like, it's just,
your
we
family
want
is
together.
very flexible. But when I was like going from my childhood growing up, I would go to like 4 different, like it felt like
How is that for? Like, they're like,
3?
because people are thinking like 4.
No, I'm like trying to think out loud.
It's your mom's house,
my mom's
your grandparents'
house, my grandparents' house, on my dad's side, my grandparents on my mom's side, and then we would do like a Christmas Day at my mom's, and then 3. So 3 houses, and I'd be with my dad's side. We celebrate Christmas Eve.
Let me tell you how intense this was when we started dating. Can you share what was it's Christmas Eve. What did that look like? Give us those 24, 36 hours of.
Well,
boom,
we
boom,
would go
boom,
to
boom,
my
boom.
granny's house, which was awesome too. It was all awesome, but it was just a lot. You're exhausted by the end of Christmas Day. We go to my granny's for lunch-ish, be there, celebrate with the family, go have open gifts. Then it was like, hurry, we got to go because now we're going to my dad's grandparents' house. We got to hurry up and be there for
To
dinner.
your dad's parents.
To my dad's parents. So then I'm like rushing.
That's Christmas Eve.
Christmas
Dinner.
Eve still.
Right.
And
We're
now
at
we're
dinner.
going to dinner and we're rushing for dinner. And then we go there for dinner and we have a great Christmas meal for dinner. And then we would have to wait until midnight to open gifts. By the time everybody opened
That's the
their
Hispanic
gifts,
side of the family.
by the time everybody opened their gifts, it's like 1 a.m, 2 a.m, and then you're gathering, your gifts, packing them all up, packing your stuff, and then we're heading to my mom's, which
Does she
wasn't.
sleep sometimes for like a little bit or no?
No, because if I slept
night.
to forget it, it would be game over. So
That's still true to this day.
it's still true to today. And then my mom's house wasn't closed. We drive like an hour and 15 to like get to my mom's, and then by the time we get to my mom's, like 4-ish in the morning. Then by the time my sister and I would do this together. By the time we knock out of my mom's house, it'd be like, 3 hours later, my brother, who's like 13 years younger than me at the time, well, always, but like he was a little kid growing up at the time. And then we'd have to get up at 7 a.m. because he wants to open gifts. And I'd be like in days. Then I'm trying to be like in it for my brother.
People
and,
are watching
open
like,
gifts.
I'm exhausted just
I'm
hearing about it.
exhausted
Like,
too already
they're
thinking
still trying
about
to keep along.
again, it was a
It was in 3 to 4
blessing.
households.
Those memories are such a blessing to me. I'm grateful for the season that I did get to have that because I was young and single and able to do all that. But as I got older and we realized, I said, I want my own family tradition. I want my
And imagine
own
what would that look
stuff.
like now with our girls.
Oh my gosh, I can't imagine
Or
doing
like with
all that with
babies,
my
like,
kids. And I
mind
knew
you, it
I
wasn't close
didn't
by.
want to do that to my
That's another
kids.
factor. It wasn't like geographically speaking. Everything is minimum 50 miles apart from each other.
Nothing's close.
Minimum.
Yeah.
Like you'd literally be driving an hour to each place probably.
It was
all
hard.
within Southern California. But that's yeah.
That was hard, but I knew I wanted to have a like something where our kids could.
Yeah.
And we didn't have kids at the time when we got newly married, but I wanted that for our kids someday. I was like, I don't want to go to everyone's houses with our children everywhere. I didn't want to do that. And I was like, if people want to come to our house because our kids
and then
are
my
opening-
parents are divorced, so we can't have one gathering.
Yeah.
We have to do something with my dad and something with my mom, and
It's just hard.
Yeah.
It's hard. And you have to
just
figure
stay
out.
together, people. Make it easier for your kids. I'm kidding.
I think for us, it was like figuring out what's a priority for us. What do we want to do for our family? What looks good to us? And if other people want to be a part of it or can be a part of it, great. If they can't, we hold nothing against anybody. We're not going to make anyone feel bad if they can't make it. We're not going to
Because we don't want to, not because we don't love them,
Right.
But because you gotta
being understanding.
you gotta maintain. It's about health, and about setting boundaries, and you're
Healthy
trying to,
boundaries for
again,
yourself.
like we said, this Newlyweds is based off of Genesis 2:24, and I'm gonna read it again. Therefore, a man shall leave his father and mother and be joined to his wife, and they shall become one flesh. And I'm gonna
You
talk
do
on
your
that real
own
quick.
thing.
Like the man shall leave his father, and be joined to his wife, and they shall become one flesh. The man should be leading, like that. It's the husband, like that's the hierarchy. Like it's God, your marriage, kids, family. But like I'm leading this relationship. I'm leading this as the man. That is what I'm supposed to be doing. I am supposed to lead my wife, respectfully, without taking advantage. And obviously I don't do anything just, this is what Brian wants to do. This is how I want to do it. No, it's we're talking about it. It's a partnership, and we're praying about it. And usually we always decide and land on the same thing. We've come to a place of trust of we know God speaks to us, and we always bring God into it. So it's never just an emotion. We're actually very cautious of making sure that we're not
making emotional decisions
or just reacting to a situation or anything. Even like when it comes to giving, if God's ever put something on our hearts to like give to this or help this person, it's like, well, God, show me this, or this is what God's putting on my heart. It's like, okay, cool, go for it. And if we've ever felt like a discrepancy, we've made this rule, then go with a higher number, whatever it is. Like, if, God tells her 50, tells me 100, like 100.
No, that 100 is.
You got to be generous, cheerful givers. And then believing that it's a seed and God is going to bless us to be a blessing, whatever that looks like. But it goes back to this, and our family. It's no longer my family, her family. This is our family. Us two, when you first get married,
you become a family on your own.
Your own little unit first, and that's what you got to protect. That's what you got to fight for. That's what you got to prioritize. I love my parents. I love my siblings. I love everybody, but she comes first, and then our girls.
And that's like where our marriage and our family. That's where I messed up. When we were newly married, I still was putting my family first. Yep. I was putting my mom, my sister, my best friend, my family. I was putting them first instead of my husband first. I was like, they want to do this. I was very codependent, I realized, with my family. I was like, this, well, obviously this is all you know your whole life. This is what you know to do. And so for me, it was like relearning. Well, first of all, not relearning, because I've never been married before that. So it was me learning, how do I make this a priority? How do I make us a priority? Yeah. How do I no longer, like, I remember being to the point where I'd be like, I don't even want to listen to like what you say. To me? Of like, in the beginning, this was the beginning. And that's why it was so hard, I think, for us, because I was having a really hard time letting go of what was, letting go of my family. Like, as we are becoming one and we are becoming our own family, that was really hard for me. And I had a hard time, I don't want to say detaching, because you don't detach completely, but they now are my extended family. They are not my intimate family. They are not my intermediate family anymore, like they were before. Right. So it's like you have to put on this new head of, I'm a wife now. I'm like, you are my priority now. No longer my mom's needs, no longer my dad's needs, no longer my sister's needs, no longer but my husband's needs. And are we good? Are we healthy? Because we come first before I drop everything here and go to my family and do what I think is what they need, or how I can help, or I need to make sure that you being my priority, that we are good.
And I want to say that, I mean, full disclaimer, we're good now, with family and everything, but it was hard. We did go through a lot of challenges.
We went through some stretching seasons.
It was hard for me. It was hard for them. And, we love them now. Like, if you guys are watching.
We have great relationships with our families.
But it took some work, and it took some honesty, some communication, some confrontation. It was also hard because you're the oldest and you were the first one to get married. You were the first one to.
I think I was like the one that.
We were the guinea pigs, for sure.
Guinea pigs. That's the
word. All the other fools, you're welcome.
Guinea pigs to everything. Which is hard, I think, for parents to let go. That's a hard thing in itself, too. I can't imagine. I'm not there yet.
And we constantly pray, like, thank God we have each other and we have the experiences. But we always pray that, we pray for our boys now. So someday if our boys are watching, love you, boys. And
but again, we will know that that's going to be their family. That's going to be their journey. Yeah. They are each other's priority.
We'll now be
and we will be the extended
world.
family, and we will support however they want to let us in to support.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
I pray that it's healthy and that they feel
dynamics.
loved and accepted. and like we want to make them feel like one of our own. Like these are going to be our bonus kids. Are like, you know,
it's hard. Like, guys, figuring out what's a healthy boundary for me, what's okay for me. Do I drop everything because this is not me? This is someone I knew, and they were just going through a hard time. Their sister needed help, and they were like, do I just drop everything and go to my sister, help my sister, be there for my sister? But yet, like, I still have my kid, and I still have my husband, and I still want to make sure that those things are being fed spiritually between us and between the child and between.
And that took you a while to figure out.
And for me, that took a long time to figure out. Like, how do I say to my family, I can't drop everything and be there for you because I have my family that is a priority.
It's like you're there, but to like, I love you, and to an extent, like you can't just drop everything, get up and go. It's like,
because your family's going through something. And I see this like in a way of, listen, if there's family health or sickness or something happens, obviously if you need to be there for them physically and you go to them, that's different. But when there's family, you know, like if there's drama or something happening, or they're not maybe doing so well in what they're walking through, it doesn't mean that I have to drop. And that doesn't mean just if you have kids, like, oh, well, I don't have kids, so I still get to drop my husband and go. Like,
I feel like a lot of people take advantage of that. Oh, they don't have kids
they
yet.
Don't have kids yet.
Like, no,
and
they have their own lives.
Makes it feel like
they have a spouse.
They're not valid. Because,
even if you are single, like don't let anyone be like
that. Yeah, if you're single, you still have your personal health and mental health and boundaries that you need to have for yourself to say, I'm not going to keep getting dragged into this again. I'm not going to keep getting pulled back into something again. I have to put myself first and what is good for me, because before you know it, you get dragged back into things. You get pulled into things that you realize, how did I get here? And I'm so deep in this, like, what happened? And I think for me, I wasn't realizing it in the beginning of our marriage, but I kept getting pulled back into certain things and getting like, oh, well, that's my priority. That's my priority. That's my family. That's my family. But neglecting my husband, neglecting our marriage and our needs. And that's not fair to us. And that's not fair to you. And so I had to learn how to make you and us a priority.
And I feel like it doesn't mean you can't be there for them. Like, you were the type before that you would literally drop everything and went.
And that's
versus now you could take a call and you could be there to support someone. There's a different level of support, you know. And I've watched you grow in that, and I've watched the struggle that it's been. But
it was hard.
But also even just like, I lost it. Dang it.
It's called getting older.
It'll come back.
It's called older age.
It'll come back, please.
I feel like that was one of the hardest things I had to learn in being married, was how to let go of my codependency.
Because even it came back, it's again, it's her side of the family. The issue might be between her and someone else, or someone else and someone else, but she's a part of the family. But what happens? She gets home or she hangs up, and now whatever emotional state she's in, whatever heaviness she's been brought on, now is in our home. Now is not.
Right.
It carries over into my wife and into, you know, mommy, like, you know, her kids. Like, so it's not just like, well, because obviously you care and you love, but it's like now that is spilling over into our home and into our marriage and into my life. And it's that could be hard sometimes.
It was
because
hard.
How many times did, you know, here I am, like it has nothing to do with me. And, you know, I'm picking up the broken pieces, which is part of what I should be doing. Am I covering as a husband? But like, are certain things are preventable, or like, were they necessary?
I think also making sure, again, this is why we talk about healthy boundaries. Did I set healthy boundaries for myself, or did I get sucked into something deep that maybe God was saying, I didn't ask you to do that. You're not going to save the situation, or you're not going to save this person, or you can't change certain things, but yet you try and you drop everything to try to do that. And that's not healthy for me. It's not good for our marriage. And that's not what God was asking me to do in the first place.
I feel like, you know, since we're on the topic of boundaries and stuff, one of the things that we wrote down was like, you don't just marry a person, you marry their past, you know, like everything that comes with it. The family dynamics, I'm married into that, you know, good, bad, all of it. Her past, like, you know, we've talked about this before. I'm pretty sure, like, I was engaged once before, and she married into that. Like, that's part of my past. We all come, everybody has luggage. Everybody comes with luggage.
Sure.
And it's better in the dating phases to kind of unpack that luggage. Like, what kind of trip are we about to go on? Like, what is
Ooh, I see how you tied that in.
You like
luggage,
that? Luggage?
And then what trip?
Like,
that's good.
Everyone comes with luggage. Talk about that stuff before marriage, when you're dating, so that you know what type of trip you're about to go on.
That way you really,
like,
really know.
What did she pack for? You know, like.
That's good.
You know?
Like, that way you really, really know what you're getting into.
Yeah. And like in a healthy degree. I'm not talking about like, hey, week 1.
Spill your guts out.
But I'm just saying, like, okay, things are getting serious.
No, it's serious.
And like, unpack some of this stuff. Unpack some of the trauma.
Because nobody
unpack
wants
some
to waste
of the
their
things.
time. Yeah. And if you realize, whoa, I am not wanting to go on that trip, then
and it's more like, I feel that God is calling me to marriage, and this could be my spouse here. Then you start unpacking some of those things. Like, here's some of the stuff and you're like, but I'm afraid I might scare them away. Then maybe they weren't the one. They weren't the one to.
If you can't be your true self with someone, that's not the one.
Because I rather know, like, you know, our kids, like, our oldest is now 10 and she loves thrill rides and roller coasters. And our youngest is 6 and she's not really about it. I've never been a roller coaster guy.
I like it.
But like,
I didn't when I was little.
I'm not the type, I always tell the girls, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to give it to you straight up and, age appropriate. But like, we were at Disney and my daughter was our oldest, Brianna, was trying to tell Braylon, like, no, Braylon, it's not that bad. So I'm like, actually, no, baby, it is dark. It gets loud. It's bumpy. It does go fast. Like, I'm trying to prepare her for what she's about to go on and letting her make the decision without forcing her. Like, there is a way to healthy push and like, hey, baby, like, I need you to try this at least one time. I don't think we never have, like, she's not kicking and screaming, no, I don't want to, and like, she won't do it. But like, sometimes you need a little bit of a nudge, because if not, they might miss out, on. But it's just like with food, we're like, try it once, take a little bite. You can't tell me you don't like something that you've never tried. So it's more so like, unpack and be honest, because I feel some of the components that make for a really great relationship is when you're honest, when there's trust and there's communication, like open communication. Because again, I rather know, here's my luggage, here's my past, but this is where I'm going, and your past doesn't define you. Your past mistakes doesn't define you, who you are. Like, yes, you've done that, but the idea is we learn and grow from them, and I don't want to go back to that. But I rather know, like, what kind of journey are we about to go on? Because I want to know, do I want to go now? And I don't want you to go on with me and halfway, like, never mind. Well, I mean, and that's divorce.
It's even as simple as like, hey, how many, like, do you want kids? And someone saying, no, I absolutely do not want any kids. And you want kids, and be like,
and is that a non-negotiable for you? Going back to non-negotiables.
That's the non-negotiable. If that is a non-negotiable for you, and God has put a desire in your heart to have kids someday, then why are we settling for a guy because he checks all the other boxes, but yet you're going to settle for something that God has put in your heart? Like, don't do that. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, of course, I know it's easier said than done, but it's something that, again, non-negotiable. This is my non-negotiable. And that's why it's so good to unpack everything when you realize that you are deep in that, like, phase of, like, do I want to propose to this person? Like, do we see ourselves getting married? Like, is this the one? Yeah. Like, that's a big deal. And I feel like this whole newlywed, conversation that we've been talking about, it's just building those healthy boundaries for each other, making sure that you're communicating constantly. I think sometimes people get scared to be vulnerable with each other. From a woman's perspective, I think it's probably easier than for a man's perspective to be vulnerable with their partner, their spouse. But I just feel like if we can't be vulnerable, if I can't come to my husband and say, this is how I'm feeling, this is what I'm going through, I don't know what to do, like, this is just so hard, and you're not there to listen or to just accept where I'm at.
Did you hear that?
Thank you.
Listen first.
That's for all the men out there. Let's listen. My husband has learned so much in our marriage.
Which is why, guys, I am literally everything that I've learned and gone through and learned the hard way, all the
Sometimes
I'm giving you guys the free playbook. Like,
I just need you to listen.
Zelle, Cash App,
and you know
Venmo.
what I love that you do now?
What do I do?
You're like, honey, do you
Oh, my permission
do you
statement.
want me to
Thanks,
give you
sales
some
experience.
advice, or did you want
I'll
to just
usually ask, and I've done this with people. Even recently, we were with somebody and we were talking, and I was like, "Oh, thanks for sharing." Like, are you sharing just to process and express yourself? Like, let us know, or are you wanting some feedback? Like, do you want some?
Yeah.
They're like, no, I'm just sharing. I was like, cool.
Okay.
That let me know, Brian, shut up, don't say nothing. I was like, all right, cool, all good.
But it's good. It's
And
that
then-
communication,
and
that
I've learned
clear
that here.
communication. But I because of that, and I don't feel like I'm being forced feedback, or I don't feel like I'm being forced told, hey, this is how you need to fix it. I have someone that is being compassionate and hearing me, and then giving me a permission of, do you want feedback? And more than likely I do, because at that point I don't feel like you're forcing me to hear something, but you're asking me, and I'm like, yeah, actually, yes, I would like some opinions and some feedback.
Because most husbands probably want to jump in and fix it, and like, let me fix this.
You guys
Like,
are
let
just
me
like
tell you where you're
fixers.
wrong, or let me tell you how I can help you. And sometimes our wives just like, I don't need your help. I just want you
And
to
I
hear
know
me.
some men and women where it's flipped.
Vice versa. You're right. You're right.
Where men are like, I just need to process and open up to you, but you're too busy maybe telling me that you need to think of it this way, or you need to do this, or you need to try that. And you're just like, I'm just trying to vent to my spouse. And that's hard.
I want to say, go back to episodes 2 and 3. I think we did 2-parter on communication.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff in there that's going to help you, because it's not always what you say, it's how you say it.
That's good.
It's about when you say it. Even the right thing at the wrong time could be the wrong thing.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of other factors that go into play. And I did want to talk to the wives real quick, to the women out there. If your husband is, it's hard for men nowadays to be vulnerable. We were talking about it, and even it's hard for guys just to feel safe, because culture hasn't taught us that. Typically, like, hey, man up, bro, suck it up. Like, you're a man. Don't cry. Don't complain. Don't harp about, like, you know.
Right.
But that's not healthy. That's why,
It's not.
again, we've talked about, that's why men take their lives at a higher rate than women do, and specifically among minority men. So if your man is trusting you enough to open up and be honest and be vulnerable, hear him out. Like, don't make him feel bad. Don't make him feel stupid. Don't make him feel weak.
I have never done
I'm not saying you. I'm just saying women. You know who you are. You're watching this, and your man probably looked over here. Guys, don't do that. Like, don't be like, yeah, see, I told you. Like, it's like, bro, wisdom, dude. Like, but it's like, let him, and be like, thanks for sharing. Like, I did not know you were feeling that way. I did not know you were carrying that. Like, now I know how to pray with you. And then, you know what? Just, God, I thank you for my husband. Like,
We do that all the time together.
Like, but yeah, together. So, like, don't make them feel bad. Like, you want your husband to talk to you. You want people to create the space for them to feel
That's
open
good.
and safe and vulnerable. That this is a safe space. That you're not going to judge me. That you're not going to make me feel bad. That you're not going to go and gossip and tell your mom, your sister, your best
Other
friend,
people,
or like, you
right,
know, it's
right.
like,
It's a safe space
it's a
for
safe
each
space.
other. For each other. I know when I tell my husband things, I know it's not going to go anywhere. I know I can confide in him. I could seek wisdom from him. I could seek prayer with him. I just know all these things, and that's what makes me want to come to you every time and open up, because I know you're my safe space.
And there is something to, like, also getting, like, mentors,
Oh,
or
absolutely.
people that are
Absolutely.
like, we have a lot of couples that come to us, you know, because they see us as the older couple. Like, you know, we're married, we have kids, pushing 40, brouch. But, you know, like, that's part of, like,
I'm still in
seeking wisdom,
denial.
and we're a safe space. Like, people have confided some crazy things with us, but it stays here, like, literally at this table, pretty much in this setting.
Yeah.
And, like, you know, it's kind of cool that we get to do this, because this is a very real setting for us, where we've hosted
Met a lot of couples here.
and you know, our old beat up table, and that's another story. We have a new table, but we still don't have it. Yeah, we're good on time. We're if we're gonna do part 3,
No, no.
it'd be the first.
No, I don't think that's necessary.
I don't know. I feel like there's a couple. I don't know. I don't know. There's some good stuff, but all that to say, like, this is a very real environment for us, and number one, we don't take that lightly. We try to steward it very well. We're always going to be honest with people, and we need more people that are going to be honest and not enable and speak some truths. But there's a
Right.
way to say it. You got to say it with grace. You got to say
Again,
it with
it's
love.
not what you
That's why
say.
it's with love, the Polancos
But
because
it's not what you say. Sometimes it's how you say it.
yeah.
I think people are more open to receive when they don't feel like they're getting pointed at, the blame at, like, oh, you need to do this better. You're not doing this enough. And that's why.
And especially if they know our hearts are coming from a good place. We're trying to look out for them. We're trying to help them. And it's because we care, because we love
of
them.
things that we've experienced and things that have helped us in our marriage.
All these notes are things that we've gone through or things that we've learned.
Right.
So it's like, hey guys, you're welcome. You're getting in 30 minutes or an hour what we've walked through 16 years. Well, I mean, part 1, part 2.
Oh my gosh, I was going to say.
But like, I think we've touched on a lot of it.
Touched on a lot of it.
Oh, there is more.
Okay.
One other point.
More.
Okay. So something that, is one of the values at our church that we've incorporated to like how often are like, hey, believe the best in others. I don't know.
I feel like
give them the benefit of the doubt.
Why do you say that to me all the time?
Like, because I think we always try to do that because you never know what's on the other side.
Which has helped me process that way as well.
Earlier, I said something because it was written down as well. You're not your past. You're not your past mistakes. If you've messed up, if you've done something that you're like, yeah, Brian, but you guys don't know. Like this, we have stuff, and you're going to hear about it if you stay tuned, future episodes. But that doesn't identify you. Like recently, our pastor preached something like, the devil knows your name, but he calls you by your sins. So he'll use that past pain, that past mistake, that past regret and shame, and you're this, you're that, you're a cheater, you're a liar,
making that your title,
you're addicted, or you're this or that,
your identity.
Jesus knows your sin, your mistakes, your past, and he calls you by name. He still calls you daughter. He still calls you son.
That's your identity.
Like believe the best in others, and each other. So if you can't get over the past and you can't truly forgive, then why are you getting married? What, like, if you're gonna be like, well, he messed up when he did this, and like, then why are you considering marriage? If you're gonna hang that over, then don't do it. Save yourself a divorce. Save yourself headache.
You're not ready.
You're not ready. You have to be able to release it and let it go. And like, I forgive you, but let's move on. Let's learn and grow.
I have to say, I was pretty good at that. I was very like, I'm gonna hold on to this.
I don't know if you're being foils or sarcastic.
And then I'll use it and be like, well, remember when you did, oh yeah, just like you said that last time, or just when you did that, remember when, and I think a lot of times, it's sometimes what you've learned, in your past, or how people process, or how your friends or your parents or whoever, but it's like, oh, I'm gonna just
I call it and you jab,
just
and you jab. Like sometimes, like did you really have to say that? Like,
oh man, I remember when you called me out on it too, because I would have to say I'd have to say like the last thing, and just be like,
like, did
and
you
then
really
you literally looked at me. Do you really have to say that? Like, was that necessary?
Yeah.
And
hurtful sometimes.
I was like, I felt so convicted. I felt so bad.
You hurt me.
Because I knew
you were trying to hurt me. I think that's what it was. You made a choice.
But I knew
to like,
that I messed up. And it wasn't, you didn't come back at me and be like, oh yeah, take that back.
Yeah.
It was like, you stopped me in my tracks. I know this sounds terrible, but put me in my place with love. Does that make sense?
With love, the Polancos.
With love, the Polancos. Because I felt your heart. I felt how much I hurt you. And I was like, what am I doing? Like, why am I doing that? And I think if you had come back at me instead and been like, what's your problem? Like, why did you say that? Or like, but it was the way it was like, did you really have to say that? Like, did you really have to do that? And I'm just like, guess not. Like, honestly, I felt so bad. Yeah. And it made me, it broke down my walls to where I was like, I'm sorry.
But
like,
because I felt safe enough and open enough and vulnerable enough to share and actually tell you and be honest and communicate. See how I tied it there full circle? Like, it took me to let me share with her, but my ego aside, like, and I said it very calm.
It's pride.
I remember that moment.
It's such a pride thing for me to be like, last job, like, It's such a pride thing. Like, I'm going to have the last word. And I think for you, instead of letting pride take over and say, oh, like, I'm gonna like let her have it, or I'm the man of this. She's gonna learn. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
To come at me with love and just asking. And Jesus asked questions all the time. I feel he was the one that like really led so beautifully how to get people to respond and how to get people to answer and how to get people to truly engage. that to me, instead of you being like, what's your problem? Like, how dare you talk to me like, or something, it was like, did you really have to say that in your face? And I could see your heart. That broke me. Like, that tore down the walls for me. And because you were so humble in that and you were so vulnerable in that, it made me vulnerable.
Yeah. You said something, you said respond. You're like, we tell our girls all the time, and we pray this daily, like, Lord, help us choose to respond and not react, because there's a difference.
Right.
You know, and if you're watching, like, and you're single, hopefully you're getting something. If you're newlywed or whatever, like, I just hope someone is getting something out of something.
Please, Lord.
That's always our prayer. Like, Lord, let it be for the one. And that's our prayer.
Right.
So just in case you're watching, you are single and you thought, yeah, bro, but you don't know, being single is hard. Dating is hard. Yes, it is. Marriage is harder. Like,
because we've been single.
Now, you could deal with whatever you want as a single and be like, but now it's two, like two become one, but it's like, now it's a team. It's not
no
just
longer
you.
your mind and your thoughts. Is like, how are they feeling? What do they want? What are they looking for? How do they want to do that? Do you know what I mean? So it's a lot. And all that being said, how long?
How long? We're at 36 minutes.
Okay, yeah.
Again,
that's a wrap,
I feel like it's good, though. I hope.
It is good. No, I think we covered a lot.
Can I give one more? Or should we do like part three?
No, I think we covered a lot.
Can I just give one more?
What did you
So sorry. Hopefully you guys are watching. You're like, yeah, Brian, keep going. Like, yeah.
No one's saying that.
Someone's out there like, keys can come, bro. Land the plane.
I'm at work. I listened on the way to work. I'm at work, right?
Listen, never go to bed angry. I can't remember if we've said this before. That's always been a rule of ours.
Some people are like,
stay up and fight
that's not
instead.
a big deal. You can go to bed angry.
You didn't hear it. I was like, stay up and fight instead.
No.
I'm kidding. I was kidding. Just kidding. No. I want to say like a little formula, like pray.
Yes.
Talk.
Yes.
Pray again. Ooh. I wrote that down. Because usually we'll talk it out, but we need a moment. Like, I feel like before we get into that moment.
Especially when you're really heated. If you're really heated.
Like, walk away. Take a moment. Don't leave.
We would
don't
never.
Leave home. Don't leave. Don't leave her at the restaurant. Don't.
Oh my gosh.
Kick her out of the car. Like, I've heard stories.
If you ever. No, I feel like people have to do things in a healthy way. And the great thing about praying is it breaks down your walls. You can't stay angry and ask God for him to come in and help you in your relationship and help bring you together in unity, this and that, and you're praying over each other. There's no way you could still stay angry during that time. That's why it's so good to pray and bring God into it every time.
Absolutely.
That was good.
Thank you. See, I told you.
See, you know some stuff.
I feel like I have just like...
No, that's it.
A couple more minutes.
No.
Can we hit them 3 minutes?
No,
it'll be good. I promise. It'll be good. And maybe we could pray and like bless people that are in this season. I think that'd be good. Please.
Okay.
Thank you guys for still watching. You're like, come on, bro. I'm hoping, again, praying that you're getting something good out of it. Real quick. Again, just honor God in your relationship, in your dating. And as a married couple, if you honor God, God will honor you. Do it right. This is specifically within the context of faith believers and dating. Purity matters, guys. Like I'm going to say something very, like, we don't believe that you should sleep together if you're not married. You know, sex before marriage. Like, we don't believe in that. That's not what we messed up. I'm not telling you or giving you permission to mess up. I wish we would have done things differently.
I wish we did it right.
But, you know, purity matters. Stop playing house. Don't rush it. Don't get married just to have sex. That's the biggest mistake you can make.
The worst mistake you can make.
Yeah, like, don't do that. Like, that's not healthy. You got to pray, like, Lord, am I called to be married? Is this the person I'm called to marry? Like, is this the one for me?
But see, I feel like that's all good stuff for another
episode.
Yeah, because
I feel like it's still there.
No, that's
I
not
think we covered it in
newlyweds.
dating.
That's not newlyweds. That's dating. But I feel like that's something else that is like.
But maybe people that are watching it are considered to get married.
For sure. I'm just all that to say. I feel like if you feel convictions, that's there for a reason. If you're feeling like, should I be doing this? That should tell you everything. Do you know what I mean? I think constantly like making it okay for yourself or changing things. And if you want to call the Bible the rules or, you know, changing that around.
Which is what we do. We try to live. It's crazy. We had this conversation. We're like, we're just trying to live by the Bible. Yeah. I said that. And I don't think I've ever said it. And then someone said that to you that same day.
Yeah. Which was confirmation.
What did they say to you? How did they say it?
No, they said you actually walk like what you say and like you live. I could totally tell by how you live that you live by the Bible. Like you live.
And that's an intentional decision. And that's a prayer that we're like,
Yeah.
Lord, help us, reflect you. Let us point
Right.
people back to you,
Right.
point people back to the word. So like that's an intentional decision. So yeah, honesty, guys, trust, communication. I think I'm good. And if you have messed up, listen, like we've messed up, we'll talk about it. You know what? I'll leave that for another one. But
just know nobody's perfect. We're not perfect. We didn't do everything the way we feel we should have or that we wanted to. But that doesn't mean God can't honor what from now
yeah,
moving forward. If you change things and lay it at his feet and you ask for forgiveness, God will still bless.
yeah.
God can still redeem.
He's done it for us.
He's done it
He
for
can do
us.
it for you.
So
Yeah.
all that to say, thank you for watching.
For watching.
We appreciate you guys and your time. I know this was a really, really long episode.
This is the longest one. Hey,
Yes.
we made history today.
Awesome.
Yeah, God
Awesome.
will work all things together for the good.
Yes.
For those that love him. And even though, yeah, that's scripture that
Thank you.
yeah.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
guys. Thank you for your time.
Please follow, subscribe, like, give us a thumbs up,
Yes.
comment, do all the things that help us get this channel and get this podcast
Yes.
out to more people. If you felt led to like, hey, we want to sow into them and like be a financial blessing, you want to fund this podcast, hey, we'll
not
take
free.
it. It's not free, but we take, there's information down below. Check it out in the bio. But thank you guys so
Thank
much
you,
for
guys.
watching.
Thank you so much.
God bless. Oh, we said we'd pray for them.
Oh,
Yeah, Lord, thank you for every single person that's watching, Lord. I just pray a blessing over them. I pray that you guide them, send the right mentors, send the right friends and the right leaders, the people that are going to pour into them and help them in this season as they try to navigate maybe either dating, becoming engaged or recently engaged or newlyweds, or even people that have been married a long time, but they're trying to do things better and they're realizing, God, we need you and we need to change some things because we're not going down the right direction. So I just pray a covering over all the marriages and all the families. God, I pray that nothing or no one will come between them. And Lord, I just pray your hand of protection and just favor and provision, Lord. You know what people are walking through as they're watching this. I just pray that you answer their prayers, that you meet them right where they are, Lord. Even now, that if they have doubt, if they don't know you, that maybe something that was said here will get them to like, Lord, maybe you're out there. Maybe you are real. God, if you make yourself real to them, Lord, and just be a blessing. So cover everyone, Lord. And thank you for this opportunity that you've given us to be able to be a voice and to speak and use this platform for your glory, Lord. Not about us, not to try to build, not fame, not fortune, but we're trying to help people and point them to you, Lord. So we just thank you for that opportunity. We pray all these things in Jesus' mighty name. Amen. So thank you guys for watching.
thank you,
Brian,
guys. And I'm Tasha.
and this has been With Love,
the
the Polancos.
Polancos.